This is Gautam and Rajiv presenting. Uh, so let's start. This is our project Ascend 1 on Scalable Services. So we have, as per the assignment, we have created three microservices. One is auth service, another one is homepage and order service. The auth service, which is the key element here, where Raju, could you explain on this?
So we have a JWT based authentication. We built it using Flask framework in Python. The library we used is called JWT Manager. It's a Python library. Gautam, can you scroll down and probably close the terminal? No?
Okay.
Yeah. So we have some configurations such as allowing blacklisting, which is to facilitate logout or force logout of the expiry of the cookie, and DB schema related configs. Could you scroll further now? And then we have certain resources which we've tested. These are very fundamental for authorization, and they're not exhaustive given the time frame. So for registrations, we have user registration flow where a user is added to the user's database. In user login, we simply check the user's credentials against the database. Now, in the credentials, the password is stored in an encrypted format, so it's not plainly visible. And then we have some more functionalities such as refreshing the token and log out of the user. Lastly, we have two resources which are our POC for authorization. One is a public resource called all users, and where we are not checking for any authorization headers, it's open to all. And the other resource we have is a secret resource, which is a way of saying that this is not accessible without the JWT header. Gautam, you can click on the secret resource directly. Yeah. So in this secret resource, we have placed this behind the get method behind an annotation, which is JWT required. This takes care of JWT uh, expiry and blacklisting and all, and it only returns the response if the user is has a valid JWT token. Moving on to other services, Gautam.
Okay, thank you, Raju. So, in this homepage service, we have an simple Flask app where which routes after the auth service has been done, which routes to the homepage, and we get the HTML template, index.html template, which we could improvise. And just now we are redirecting to this page of like hyperlinks where we could navigate to the order, store, user, or vendor. We have created an order service here, which should display the order, which is part of the index.html. And coming to the communication between the pods, like we have created deployments for deployment, and which has the services which helps to communication between the pods. So which we have the combined services where in this combined service we have given this homepage service and order service, this kind service which helps to communicate and open the TCP protocol and does the port mapping from the Flask app to the port of the Minikube cluster. So after that we also have the ingress service which controls the entire traffic and like from outside, and it routes from the giftfinder.com to the required page. And we have like the auth service config, which is like a config map which helps the db service to communicate with the auth service to communicate with the dbs. For which the db we have the separate db service for which the port has been mapped for 3306. And this is an overview of our communication between the ports. um, I hope all this, apart from this, we also have everything dockerized, and these images are generated via this Docker file, and we have all the configurations here. and we generate each of this Docker file inside each microservice, and we push it to the Docker hub. So as you can see in this, we have created something called like bit secure assignment, and in this we have attached, we could see in this repository we have created, we have pushed all these images. um, yeah, auth service, and order service and homepage. um, that's pretty much regarding the microservices and its communication between. And also regarding the DB, could you walk through, Rajiv?
Uh, so the DB database we're using SQL Alchemy. So this is just a single tunnel ensuring file. Can you go to the models file, which has the implementation of the database
Sure.
classes? Right. So here we have a user model where we are taking a simple username and password. For the purpose of authentication, this is sufficient. For authorization, which we have not taken into scope as of now, we do not have a lot on that. We have some methods to delete the user, which we're using for delete, and things like generate hash are used to generate the cookie, and tokens are stored in DB, and we also have a blacklist database for when a valid token is blacklisted when the user logs out.
Okay, thanks, Rajiv. We will see in the next video.